Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is going to be a cash envelope stuffing for the paycheck that I received on June 8th, 2023 using the printable version of the Budget by Paycheck Workbook from the Budget Mom. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. Okay, so we're all zoomed in for our cash envelope stuffing. I do have my cash envelope breakdown over here. Because we're so zoomed in, I do have some hundreds up top and fives and singles down below that you can't see. As usual, I want to start this cash envelope stuffing with talking about my emergency fund. So I do have an established emergency fund at my bank. It's a separate checking account that I keep, and I always look for ways to kind of try to grow that without having a budget for it. And what's been working well for me over the last year and a half has been to put any unused money from my variable expense cash envelopes into this emergency fund envelope at the end of every pay period. And then once I hit $1,000, I deposit that cash into my emergency fund checking account, print out a new envelope, and start over again. We did hit $1,000 in April and started fresh. With this past pay period, I was actually able to put $150 in here, which is pretty awesome. So we should have $266 in this envelope, which we're going to count up together. So we have 100, 150, 200, 220, 240, 250, 55, 60. Oh no. Oh gosh. Guys, we're already getting off to a rough start. Okay, let's try that again. 266. 150, 200, 220, 240, 250, 250, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 260, 261, 2, 3, 4, 5, 266. So we do have our 266 in here. Pretty exciting to be able to save that much from my cash envelopes, and I was actually able to fill in 2 lines on the tracker on the front. Next, we're going to be going to my variable expenses. I'm using the same envelopes that I've been using. I don't know if it's just for this past pay period or the last 2 pay periods, but these are just 3 different random designs that I have available on my Etsy shop, which is always linked down below in the description box. And we're going to be starting out with eating out, and that's going to be getting $100 in a single $100 bill. One of the reasons why I was able to save so much last pay period was because I had larger bills and I just didn't want to break them. So hoping that works out well for me with this eating out envelope, and I did put the deposit right here. Next we have gas, and gas is going to be getting $75, and we're going to be doing that in a 50, a 20, and a 5. So 50, 70, 75. And I did update the tracker on the back, but we will be coming back to this envelope for my $5 challenge later. And then lastly, for my variable expenses, we have my miscellaneous envelope. This is going to be getting $175, but I am pulling out of it for my 52-week challenge. So that did factor into the denominations I chose. So we're doing $175 in a $100 bill, a $50 bill, a 10, 2 $5 bills, and 5 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's count that up and make sure that is 175, 100, 150, 160, 165, 170, 71, 2, 3, 4, 175. Perfect. And so again, just like gas, we're going to be coming back to this envelope to pull out for a couple of different challenges, but the tracker on the back is completely updated. Next, we have my sinking funds, and I don't really have too many sinking funds happening right now. Basically, I've met goal on all of my sinking funds that have a monetary goal. So I've been contributing to travel and giving. If you've seen my last couple budget with me's, I've decided to kind of push some extra cash towards travel right now, just because I kind of can. right? And I am going on a trip towards the end of July, which I actually already paid for. So my travel sinking fund did take a little bit of a hit. I'm thinking about maybe going away in the fall for a few days as well. And, you know, at some point in the next few years, I do want to try to go on some type of European trip, really basically before I have a kid and I'm kind of, you know, locked in one area for a little while. So I'm pushing a lot of money towards travel right now. I did spend out of my car maintenance sinking fund for a couple of different things over the last couple weeks. And so I am going to start putting money back into that car maintenance sinking fund because I always wanted to have $1,000 in it. I've stuck with $1,000 because my car is new. And so fortunately, I'm not really having to put much into it. I'm definitely going to start growing that sinking fund more and more once my car probably hits about 3 to 4 years old. So this $96 was for a oil change and tire rotation. And initially I was just going to add just a small amount to the envelope every pay period. But because I did also spend a little bit more from the envelope and it's down to, let's see, almost under $900, I kind of wanted to just quickly get it to 1,000 again. There's another reason behind that as well, and that's because I'm hoping in July to actually start my 2024 sinking funds, and so I want to get my car maintenance sinking fund back to $1,000 before I do that, before I'm putting money towards a bunch of other sinking funds. So that's why it's on here for this pay period. So with travel, we're putting $450 towards the envelope, and we're going to do that in $400 bills. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our last hundreds, and a single $50 bill. So let's count that up. Make sure it's $450. 1, 2, 3, 400, $450. And then with that deposit, we should have $1,740 in this envelope. So let's add in the bills and count it up. $1,740 is what we're looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 6,700, 720, 730, 1740. Yeah, that's right, 1740. So we do have the right amount in this envelope. And then next we'll be going to giving. It's getting its usual $50 in a single $50 bill. And with this deposit, we should have $400 total in this envelope. So we have 1, 2, 250, 3, 350, 400. And then again, car maintenance, we're contributing to it because we spent from it, and it's going to be $96. So we're doing that in a 50. That's our last 50. 220s, which is our last 220s. We're doing that in a 5, which is our last 5, and in a single. So let's make sure this is 96, 50, 70, 90, 95, 96. And there's actually no cash in this envelope right now. And that's because I took all of the money from my sinking funds and I put it into the higher yield savings account that I have through my bank so that I can accrue interest on it. So once I make another contribution to this next pay period and get it back up to its full $1,000, I'll take the cash out of this envelope and deposit it back into that savings account at my bank. And then the last thing that we need to do is contribute to my side hustle sinking fund. So any money that I make from YouTube, Etsy, Amazon affiliate, Instagram goes in here. I actually haven't gotten an offer to do like a monetized reel in a very long time. I just don't think that my follower count and my reel views are up to where they want to be able to monetize them. So I'm not anticipating making any money from Instagram at all. I am an Amazon affiliate, and that's why we're putting this $12 in there. I forget how often Amazon pays out. I usually get paid from them maybe every 3 to 4 months, and it's usually somewhere around $10 to $20. So this $12 is actually from that. And then Instagram, I already talked about that. Etsy, I'm actually kind of losing money on. Again, that's okay. I like having those resources there. If anybody wants them, it's not really about making money for me. And then YouTube, I've definitely had a big drop in my views. So generally I found like in 2022 I was getting paid from YouTube maybe every 2 months or every 3 months, and I haven't gotten a YouTube paycheck in quite a few months. So, you know, who knows if I'll get paid out from there anytime soon. So we're going to put this $12 into this envelope, and then we'll count everything up together. With this $12, we should have $548 in this side hustle envelope. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 520, 530, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 548. And, you know, I want a better stand for recording videos. Like, I use my cell phone to record videos, but I want a better stand to have it on. The only thing is that the stand I have right now is a stand and a ring light in one, and I do like that. But the really nicer stands I'm seeing don't have an attached ring light, so I'm just kind of trying to figure out what makes sense. Also, too, because I'm really, really hoping to buy a house soon and move soon, I kind of almost want to keep my setup the way it is right now. And then once I have my own space that's like, I can be more dedicated to filming and crafting and all of that, kind of then switch everything up. So now that we've contributed to all of my envelopes, we do need to go over to my 52-week challenge tracker. Now, right now I'm doing the 52-week challenge in reverse. I started doing it in reverse for 2023. I just thought that that would be more motivating for me. This tracker, as well as my 52-week challenge envelope, are both available on my Etsy shop. You can purchase them separately in case you like one and not the other. Now, I do contribute to my 52-week challenge for 2 weeks at a time because I get paid bi-weekly. I want to do both weeks all at once when I get paid. So for this paycheck, it's weeks 22 and 23, which means we have to save $59. And so I'm going to check those 2 weeks off. And we're going to pull the $59 from my miscellaneous envelope. And I did, again, write that on my tracker. So we have 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. So the rest of this cash we're going to put back in the miscellaneous envelope. We're going to come back to it in a little bit. So let's just count this to make sure this is $59. 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. And with this deposit, we should have $972 in our 52-week challenge. And again, this is super exciting. Part of the reason why I wanted to do it in reverse is because I wanted to hit that $1,000 milestone quickly. I just feel like that's super motivating. And we should hit it next time. All right, so 972 is what we're looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 657, 758, 850, 870, 890, 900, 910, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 960, 961, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 970, 971, 972. Wonderful. And I do want to condense this envelope, but I do use this to make change sometimes, so it's kind of nice having those smaller bills. And then the next thing that we have to contribute to is actually my $5 challenge. And I can't remember if I updated my tracker. I did not, so I'll have to go back and do that. But basically, every $5 bill that I come across, I do save. I've been doing that since January 2021. For this year, I'm trying to make it a little more interactive. So I'm saving the fives in this envelope, and then when I do my monthly budget recap, I put them into my acrylic container that I've been using to save my fives. So for this pay period, we're going to pull out of my miscellaneous envelope, and we're going to be pulling out of my gas envelope for the $5 challenge. And again, I updated my tracker, so you can see on here, it says that I'm going to be taking out the $5 bill. And then also on my miscellaneous envelope, it says that I'll be taking out a $5 bill. So we have $10 that we're going to put into this $5 challenge envelope. I don't fill in the tracker on the back of the envelope, but I fill out the tracker that I have in my budget book, and I just do need to update that because I didn't get a chance to do it yet. So that's contributing to my $5 challenge. Now I am also doing some savings challenges from the Budget Mom. So I do have my June 2023 envelope. The reason why we're not contributing to it right now is because for June, the challenge that I picked, I have to pull the cash out on Saturdays. So on Saturday, I'm actually filming this on Friday, I will pull the cash out and stick it in here. The challenge that I picked this month, I don't think it's going to yield very high savings for me. So I think I mentioned in my budget with me that like towards the end of the month, I might just like push a little extra cash for my cash envelopes in it if I can. But that's going to be it for this cash envelope stuffing. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the way that I budget, the way that I use the Budget by Paycheck workbook from the Budget Mom, please don't hesitate to put them down below. And as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.